right, this is Mr. Schneider again. This is sorry about that. Now you can see me. This is Rising Campaign. This is podcast 2.4 part 2. I forgot to add this. I apologize. This is about campaign finance reform. So, rising campaign costs have led to efforts to reform finance laws, and limits have been placed on the amount individuals may contribute to political candidates and campaigns. However, the Supreme Court has since ruled that there's no limit for corporations how much money they can donate to political campaigns. All right, so let's go ahead and watch a little video.
I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life,
And I'm going to pause.
I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited. I've earned every cent.
Money is speech. The more speech, the better. Money is speech.
I've earned every cent.
Money is speech.
The more speech, the better. I don't like all the influence of money in politics.
When people think of Watergate, they think of a break-in, but they don't mention the money that Nixon was taking from wealthy donors to help them get re-elected. Nixon paid them back in favors just like they expected. To battle corruption, Congress passed a new law, capping contributions to a candidate's hall. The source of the donations had to be disclosed too, and the SBC was formed to enforce the new rules. Some who thought the law went against the Constitution too, saying limits on money limited free speech too. So the courts kept the cap on how much you can donate, but said spending was unlimited by an outside group that made no more spending limits to promote a cause or to point out a rival campaign's flaws. So while candidates will circle around with brown paper bags, from then on they raised money publicly or left it to
Money is
PACs.
speech.
The more speech, the better.
Money is speech.
I've earned every cent.
Money is speech.
The more speech, the better. I don't like all the influence of money in politics.
We should also curb the role of big money in elections by capping the cost of campaigns. And we should also curb the role of big money in elections by capping the cost of campaigns.
Now in the 80s and 90s there was a new gimmick, soft money that's disclosed but had no limits. It's supposed to cover each party's expenses, but guys like Clinton used it to help their election chances. There was just one problem, Clinton's party was broke, so he asked for more money every time he spoke. And in return for the $100 million cash in, he let donors use a Lincoln bedroom to crash in. Then the scandal and reform cycle happened again, and legislation was proposed by Golden McCain. It capped donations to parties and exiled funds and banned corporate union issue ads right before election. With each new reform comes new loopholes. Tax exempt 527s arose because they weren't explicit about whom they supported. Many still raise money without limits to thwart them.
Money is speech.
The more speech, the better.
Money is speech.
I've earned every cent.
Money is speech.
The more speech, the better. The rules are what they are.
I don't think by capping the cost of campaigns. And I don't think American elections should be bankrolled by America's most powerful interests.
But the most outside money was yet to be spent. Some argued spending limits broke the First Amendment. Corporations and unions are entitled to free speech. They took it to court, the Supreme Court agreed. Super PACs can raise as much money as they want. They can also use union and corporate funds. The only rule is that they cannot coordinate with a specific party or a specific candidate. But reform opponents were quite done, yet they found new uses for 501c4 nonprofits. A lot like super PACs with more mystery. They haven't had to disclose donors ever in history. Whether Republican or Democrat, you might believe that spending limits jeopardize the freedom of speech. But with each new cycle of deregulation, more money's being injected into our elections.
I don't think by capping the cost of campaigns.
All right, so that's a real short one again, just campaign finance reform. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.